Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Purchase your tracks.
That's right.
Today.
Man, it is that time again. I am your host, Charles Becco. I want to thank everybody for being here today. We're going to have a little stock market recap. Oh, music. All right. Very good, very good, very good. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. I'm your host, Charles Becco, and today we are going to be doing a quick stock market recap, okay? We're going to be talking about SPY. We're going to be talking about the Qs. Definitely ping your friends, family, and anyone in here that you feel will be benefited from this information, all right? And so, we've been running pretty hot here in the market, and so we are going to be putting up links to the meeting here on Clubhouse. Remember, we are multi-stream, YouTube, Facebook, Clubhouse, and Twitch as well. The only show that is streamed live on 4 different platforms simultaneously, right? And so just give us a second while we get the links out there to the various communities, and we'll be ready to go. So kind of very interesting things here happening in the stock market. I mean, we literally last week we were at what I feel were like yearly lows, right? Now it looks like we want to go test highs, right? So it's been kind of a crazy market. Right? So just give us a second. We're going to be pinning the link up to the room, and that will be fantastic. I see some people up in here I'm familiar with. I see Ono, Kisco, Johnny, Michael, Cheryl, Merrill, and Adiola. Welcome to everyone. All right. All right, let me just get these links up. So we also publish the links on YouTube, so we're going to get the link, put it up on Clubhouse so you guys could see the screen that we are broadcasting from. Okay. The links are up. They're pinned up at the top. And so if you would like to see what is on the screen, just click the link up top and you'll be right in. All right. Okay. Let me start the YouTube stream. For people who are joining via YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. That really helps us out. We appreciate you. We love you. All right, so first things first, right? Let's take a look at SPY. What is SPY doing, right? So SPY, big move up here. Oh shoot, I think we made a 30-day high. So as of today, SPY is technically in a short setup, right? We could expect SPY to actually potentially come down here and possibly retest 438 or possibly 431. Okay, doesn't necessarily mean that it has to do that. I would say it's about a 70% chance SPY comes down within the next few days again to kind of retest this 437, 439 area, and 30% chance that we kind of bounce up and possibly go retest 450 or possibly higher on SPY. Let's look at the Qs real quick. Qs are much better off, right? I do see some things that I like about the Qs here. You're seeing that the 8 is crossing over the 21, which is fantastic. And the 8 here is also challenging the 50, okay? Which is also fantastic. Qs were able to kind of maintain their composure a little bit, which is unusual, right? Normally you see Qs leading us to the downside, but now, even though it looks like Qs were down more, proportionally speaking, Qs actually performed better than SPY did. And so we're able to hold the lows here, right? And unless we get a close below, let's see, what's this here? unless we get a close below basically 350 or 349.70 on the Qs. I'd like to see us potentially hold and possibly get higher here. See here. Yeah, let me look at the 5-minute chart here. Okay, we drew some support and demand and supply zones here. As you see, we came down to the supply zone, bounced up to, the demand zone, bounced up to the supply zone, and came back down. And with a few minutes left in the market, we kind of broke down a little bit, But Qs looks all right. Let's talk about my favorite ticker for the week right now, and this is Tesla, right? So regardless of whatever kind of craziness was happening in the market today, Tesla was able, to be up 3.25%, almost 3.5%, while the Qs was down, right? And even after the Qs fell down and the SPY fell down greater than 1%, we were still able to kind of hold our structure here. What's very interesting about the Qs is that, again, we kind of ran into traffic up here, right around this zone here, the 1040, 1030. That was our first target for the Qs. Our next target is actually 1100. I know that's pretty high. That is pretty far. But the pattern that we see here on the Qs is pretty legit. One way that that the pattern is strong is the fact that, again, Qs was able to kind of, Tesla was able to maintain its composure under pressure, right? So yeah, the fact that we were able to eke out kind of a green day on a pretty decently down day, a green day on a pretty decently down day here on Tesla speaks volumes, right? So Tesla looks pretty good. Let's look at the leaders here, and it's absolutely going to be Apple. Apple just performed, consistently performed, outperformed the entire market, including Tesla. At one point, Apple was up, I believe, like 2% or 2.25%. If you were to look at how we closed, though, it's not representing of the absolute strength that Apple represented. Pretty much even up to about, I would say, 250, right? Right as we went into power hour, Apple began to fade with the rest of the market, but pretty much the entire day, right? While the Qs were pulling back, Apple was doing this thing, right? And let's actually put a side-by-side chart with the Qs here so you can see, for comparison, how Qs were behaving versus Apple, right? And as you can see, right, the Qs started to give up the ghost right around 12 o'clock. And while Apple, here's 12, we were pushing on the highs while the Qs were pushing on to the lows, right? So big outperformance by Apple, decent outperformance by Tesla, right? And so in this market, I'm actually looking for Tesla and Tesla and Apple to continue higher. I do like the structure of Apple here. I like the fact that Apple is within spitting distance of its all-time high. Could you believe this? We came all the way down to the daily 200 and just had like a He-Man bounce, right? And so I've been reading a lot of articles, listening to a lot of analysts, and everyone agrees that they believe Apple creates devices that are so necessary for people to function that they're not going to be as affected by inflation as some of the other tech names that are out there. And another, you could say, counter argument to potential, applicability to Tesla's technologies, right, is the fact that, with rising oil prices, more and more people are actually looking to EVs to kind of be some kind of cost savings there, with using electric. But I think the jury is still out whether gas or electricity is cheaper. I think as the price of gas goes higher and higher, right, to be able to power your cars with electricity seems more and more economically feasible, right? And so those are your arguments right there, okay? Some other areas of the market I would like for us to pay attention to, okay? Actually, let's do a quick reset before we get to the other part of the show here. Just give me 1 second. Sorry, just getting my screens all screwed up here. All right, so this is Charles Becco from Brooklyn Traders. Team, we'd like to thank you so much for being here. Please follow the group, okay, the newly formed group here at Brooklyn Traders. We are slowly building up this group. Tap your friends, your family, anybody that you feel will benefit from this information, tap them in here. Again, thank you for being here. If you're on the YouTube, right, don't forget to like and subscribe, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. That really helps us out, and we really appreciate that. All right, we got merch, okay? We got day trader t-shirts made by us, okay? And they have really great designs, right? So the links are going to be up on the YouTube page, okay? So click on the link above, go to the YouTube video, and the links to the merch store will be there. All right, back to the regularly scheduled program. All right, so let's talk about some things that are actually catching a bid in this environment, right? Oil. Family, let me tell y'all something, okay? You see USO here, okay? People thought this thing had died, right? Came all the way down to the 50. Again, another He-Man bounce. I mean, think about it. This thing went from $68 to $81 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trading days here on USO. And team, especially with inflation rearing its ugly head, I think USO, and I think another name, GUSH, okay? Whew, man. I think GUSH could be back at, like, potential, I mean, I don't know if all-time highs, right? I mean, you see, the problem is they keep, you know, this thing had come down so much, they keep having to do these, like, splits, right? And so every time they do a split, you know, this thing gets a little bit diluted, right? Again, it's a leverage asset, so you have to be careful. But buying shares of GUSH here may be very good here in this kind of environment where I really don't see a stopgap for oil. I mean, they keep talking about this war with Russia and Ukraine, right? And we don't want to be insensitive, but we believe that it's really inflation. I mean, sure, there's the war, but no, it's inflation, right? And so definitely oil. Another thing that you guys have to be paying attention to, gold, right? Gold had a nice little bid here. GLD up 1 1/3% here, which is pretty big for GLD, right? Technically, we don't necessarily like the look of this chart, right? We are still kind of in a short setup here with this chart, but you know, if we could kind of get above this 182 level and hold, that'll be fantastic with GLD, gold's futures contracts. I think these things, okay, will be going back up to test the highs within the next year, right? So GLD is a place where I feel that we should be looking at. Also, the metals as well. Okay, now look at X here. Okay, X US Steel at yearly high right here. CLF as well. Okay, yearly high. Freeport McMoran challenging the yearly high, right? You see the MACD cross here on the daily time frame, right? So Freeport McMoran, we're sure is going to catch a bid. Other names that we like, more staples, okay? We do like Procter & Gamble, okay? Kind of taking a hit, but we do like it for the inflation. CVS, we also like this one. We also like this name. Also KO, okay? TJX, Target. Oh no, what's the Target symbol? Is it TG? Oh, TGT. Excuse me. We do like Target. Okay, it's come down quite a bit, right? And so I believe we're at a discount here to where I believe it should be here on Target. What else? I think that's it. Oh, maybe Walmart, right? Okay. We believe that these companies are going to be able to pass the buck of inflation on to their consumers, right? And so just some of the names that we like. And so team, you know, where do we go from here? Well, I think ultimately we go down, right? But not before we get a little bit of a pop, right? Again, Q's is holding itself up really nicely, right? If Q's could kind of hold this level, I'm looking for a test of 360 on the Qs. SPY here. Okay, SPY is in a short setup, right? But if you see SPY just kind of chopping around in this channel here and not going down, that'll be a clear indicator that SPY doesn't want to go down, right? But if we gap down tomorrow, you know, look for a retest of possibly 438 on SPY, right? I say 70% chance within the next few days SPY comes down. It's a 30% chance that, you know, SPY chops around and possibly goes higher, right? And so we got to speak in probabilities here. Tesla, I do believe Tesla will be bullish a little bit, because Tesla, we believe, is not only in a short squeeze, but is in a squeeze, which is basically the Bollinger Bands are gathering strength, and when they expand, they release power, right? And so it's a technical indicator that we've had a lot of success with in the past, and we absolutely positively believe that yeah, Tesla could go much higher. We have price targets on Tesla. First price target was hit. Okay, we put out the price targets via our private Discord. If you're interested in that, that's www.brooklyntraders.net. That link is everywhere, so go and find it. But yeah, we're long this, you know, definitely for full disclosure, we are holding positions all long Tesla here. Not looking to short. We don't believe this run is done. Again, let's see us get over the 1030, 1040 area, and possibly 1100 sometime between this week and the next week or two. But I would say sooner rather than later. Okay, so okay, expect some choppiness there on the QQQ. Expect some relative weakness in SPY to a degree, but expect some strength out of Tesla. All right, so that's our thoughts, team. We want to thank you so much for being here. Thank you to everybody, and God bless. I see you, Kisco. Hey, what's up, Kisco? Yeah, man. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, man. Hit us up on the back end, brother. We'll talk. All right, man. Take care, man. Bruce Dinger. Man.
Purchase your tracks today.
Everybody's wanting to come up today, but we're done for today. But we will be talking. All right. Take care, everybody. God bless.